They said I was daft to build a castle in a swamp, so I built it just to show 'em. They sink into the swamp. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Guys, I have the Jedi Luke counter with Jedi Revan lead to Supreme Leader Kylo. We know that Jedi Luke has been nerfed, but he wasn't nerfed enough, apparently, unfortunately, for whoever was trying to do that, at least. We at least have one, we still have one off-meta counter, guys. we have more than that, actually. I'm going to do another video later this week, I believe, but that being said, this one's exciting because this is one that I've made a video on it. It's one of my highest viewed videos. So that being said, folks, I would love it if this became one of them. Honestly, let me know if it works in the comments, obviously, but please leave a like and leave a comment, subscribe if you would, please. Free ways to help the channel, help support the channel, would really appreciate it. And before we do anything else, guys, I do want to say thank you so much to my patrons. I know that I'm missing at least one person on this list, and I apologize for that, but thank you so much all the same, guys. You are the ones who made all this testing possible, because it costs crystals to test, and this is one of the things that the support you guys have been so consistently giving me has gone toward. So thank you all so much for the support. And with that said, folks, let's talk about mods, and then I'll show you how to do the actual fights, because the single tank and the double tank both require different strategies, and we'll walk you through them, get you out of here. So First thing, let's talk about mods, as I just threatened. So, here it is. We have a lot of mod things. I feel like it went and it started in the wrong order. I'm sorry. It ruined the video. It's just ruined now. You guys may as well just stop watching it. No, this is pretty consistent, guys. I should say, before we even start, this isn't going to be a 100% counter all the time. You can get it down to, close to every time, probably like 85%, maybe I'd say like 90% of the time it's going to work, as long as you have the right modding and the right turn order, etc. So here is the turn order, folks. You want Jedi Revan to be the fastest. He's going to be giving everyone extra turn meter, or rather extra speed because of his leadership, but you want him to be the fastest. Hoda, that's Hermit Yoda, you want him to be slower than Revan, but still faster than everyone else. You want him pretty dang quick. Bastila can be 275 and above. She doesn't need to be the fastest. She does need to be faster than Old Ben, and I'll show you guys the formula. Old Ben's speed is actually super important, and it is very difficult to get him super fast. So he can be one speed slower than Basti, but you need him to be slower. And then Jedi Knight Luke, you still want him in that 235 to 245 range. Crit damage or offense set, crit chance on the offset, just because he's the damage dealer. I actually tested this with all of the footage here is Relic 7 Jedi Luke, even though I used to have Relic 8. Relic 7 is what I had to test with. So that works with Relic 7, works way better with Relic 8 is what my guess is. Now, Old Ben's speed, guys. This is so vital. You have to do this before you jump into the fight, or you just get screwed. So you can't let Kylo lap him, which means you can't let him take 2 turns in a row beyond Old Ben. You can't have Old Ben just sitting there like he's standing still, even though he kind of is. A lot of times he's just stunned standing still. But here's the thing, guys. Supreme Leader Kylo speed plus 30. His leadership gives him 30 speed. Old Ben's speed is plus 35 speed because Jedi Revan gives him 35 because of the Jedi that are in this specific comp. And Old Ben needs to, you multiply his speed after the plus 35, and if it's less than half, so you multiply it by 2, if it's less than the Supreme Leader Kylo's speed, then he's too slow. So let's give an example here. If you have a Supreme Leader Kylo, speed is 590, it's plus 30 for his leadership, he gets 620 speed. Old Ben's speed, if you have a 265 speed Old Ben, you give him 35 for the Jedi Revan lead bonus. It's 300 speed, and 300 times 2, as we all know, some of us know at least, is 600. which is 20 speed slower. So in this case, your old Ben would need to be 275 speed to tie that speed, 276 to be faster. You can see the math here on the bottom. We've spent enough time on math, but the important thing is, guys, you don't want to tie. You want to be faster. You need to be faster, even if that's by half step. Some of my testing actually today was I was literally 1 speed faster than their Kylo from lapping me. And that's enough. As long as you're faster, then you're faster. But this is a very important aspect to it that didn't really exist in the previous versions because people weren't making their Kylos super fast. But now we live in the age of just ridiculously speeded Supreme Leader Kylos. It's very sad. Lots of wasted mods. A lot of mods died giving us this information. Or Bothans. Either one. Let's go into the counters, folks. Now, Supreme Leader Kylo starts off, he always, so we don't have a pre-taunt or anything, but he is it's built in. He does his poke on Jedi Revan. If they have Red Trooper, which if they don't have Red Trooper, man, it's a lot easier. But if they have Red Trooper, usually the two of them combine to just kill Jedi Revan off the bat. If they do that, it immediately triggers Savior. So now we're out of Savior. If they don't trigger Savior, then the fight actually gets a lot easier because you can lose a guy and still come out ahead. So Jedi Revan goes. He immediately, and keep in mind, guys, this counter is going to be different than what I've done in the past. I'm going to link what I did in the past and stuff, but please keep that in mind. So we've got, so what he's going to do, he's going to pass the turn to Jedi Luke. That's the same as what the old one is. We're not gonna dwell on that though. So you pass the turn to Jedi Luke. Now remember that AoE can't be countered by anyone. Now I guess First Order Stormtrooper is the only one who could do that. However, once you can't be because he has strategic advantage. Once Jedi Luke is here, and remember you can be modded with crit damage or offense depending on what your mod depth is. There's good arguments on both sides, but you're going to stun everyone. Note that stun actually did damage to Supreme Leader Kylo because of the changes in his kit. So everyone is stunned now, and we don't want... The next move Kylo's going to have is going to be... He's going to do his AoE to get rid of all of that, all of those stuns. It cleanses his whole team. So there's only one tank here, though. So you send Master's Training, get Luke over to hit Stormtrooper. First Order Stormtrooper. Then you're going to have Bastila do the same. Buff Luke. Now, here's the important part, guys. So, your Jedi Revan just lapped Supreme Leader Kylo because we're able to do that. So, you can point at him if you want. And here's the thing that sucks, guys. Okay, so it looked like we wanted to just call a mass assist. Didn't quite work out. Well, we didn't call a mass assist. We wanted to call Bastila there because she wants to ability block him. We don't want him to actually be able to be functional right now, right? So you have with single tank, we have a level of redundancy. So Jedi Revan goes, he tries to ability block Kylo. With Bastila, if she's modded with a second set of potency, she should typically do it, but there's always that 15% chance to resist. And when that happens, then obviously Kylo cannot, he's still not ability blocked. But you have old Ben, you can try to ability block from there. He needs to have the speed sets and everything, but then potency and protection as the priority for him. Now, he did manage to get an ability block off on Kylo, so he just did a basic. Kylo again totally turned off by his rage. He's able to miss against Jedi Revan because we have foresight on him because of the Savior triggered. And now, here's the thing, folks. There's no one stopping us from hitting Kylo. We can't mark him and have the mark stick because he can't receive taunt of any type, including a mark, but we can keep him ability blocked and we can just do a lot of damage to him. With only one tank in there and Red Trooper asleep while we killed the first tank, we can now just take out Supreme Leader Kylo. So we're going to, with Luke, we can try to blind him, and again, we call Bastila to ability block him. We've gotten a little bit unlucky in this example, and it's great that I'm showing this specific one because I want to make sure you guys understand that this is, it's important to be able to ability block. If Kylo is not ability blocked at any point and you can ability block him, then please do it. That is important. That Bastila basic attack is very important here. So we can target the Red Trooper if we want. We can stun him, and you see, I feel like that was a little bit of a mistake, except his AoE actually didn't hurt us because we were able to get that foresight up from Hermit Yoda first. Now we can just mark Supreme Leader Kylo, and looks like Luke actually went a little bit crazy there. Killed someone. Red Trooper is sad. Red Trooper is even more sad. We can hit him. Granted, that wasn't the best banner. So let's do this at full speed. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't going to always be a 60. You can't get a 60 here always. It's just not going to be consistent enough. Keep in mind, though, this Supreme Leader Kylo is... he's over 600 speed. I think he's 610, something like that, after his bonus. Maybe even faster. So all of my speeds are working. Jedi Revan gets poked. Full speed here, folks. So we're going to hand the turn to Luke in a minute. Once I stop thinking about it, apparently. Once we hand the turn to Luke, though, he's going to stun everybody. And once he stuns everybody... Kylo doesn't have as much protection because it's fancy. We're going to kill the tank. So, call him to assist. Have Basti call him to assist. Now he has a bunch of buffs as well. And now, we call Basti to assist. She gets the ability block. We still want to do the ability block there, folks, because... Here, let's pause it for 1 sec. Because that ability block, not only... even though Kylo was ability blocked in that situation, the other characters there were not. And... we're also reducing turn meter and everything like that so that we're getting more turns. Now Luke goes, he's going to call Basti because does Supreme Leader Kylo have ability block? The answer was no. We wanted to get that ability block. Didn't quite work out, but now we can just mark him and take him out. Red Trooper decides to try his hand, and this was one of the more successful attempts. All of the attempts, folks, I should say, I did a lot of testing on this. And I didn't always succeed. Like I said, it's not a 100% counter. But once I finally figured out the right order, it worked basically every time. Even the times that things went off the rails. I am only showing, for the most part, I'm only showing the best versions of each. Just because we don't have time to show fails. I do show one in the double tank where I fat-fingered an attack. And you guys can see how I kind of recovered. So, that being said, one final attempt against this... against the Supreme Leader Kylo. So keep in mind, folks. Now watch for it. I can't slow it down far enough, but look for white damage from Luke. That is the additional true damage that Luke does to tanks, and that this is super important because even if it's a stormtrooper that's modded really well, you can still just chew through him really quick because you're doing two different kinds of damage to Luke. It's not just his basic attack, it's his other attack as well. So once that tank is gone, we can ability block people. We want to keep everyone. We want to keep Kylo ability blocked. Now we can just stun Hux potentially because he's ability blocked already. And he's blinded, so he's going to miss anyways. Obviously wasn't able to stun Hux. And remember, Hux is going to be like 200-something speed. 200-something tenacity. You're not going to get debuffs on him too often unless you have super high potency, which Old Ben usually has. Now, this is against another player. You can see I actually tested this live on Twitch. If you guys ever want to hang out, come see me live on Twitch. We did it. We did this together. We have 85 people watching at the time on the top right. But that being said, now we're testing against my buddy Johnny on the spot. Previously, my buddy Chill was the one who had the good team in. Now we're doing double tank here. This is an even better modded team. So over 200 tenacity on Hux, maximized health and protection on Red Trooper, and 2 tanks. The First Order Stormtrooper is super fast with a ton of health, and Kylo, or KRU, is also very well modded. Supreme Leader Kylo, I think in the first couple examples, he is a tiny bit slower. I think he is 600 total speed, and then the final couple examples are when he moves up to about 630-ish speed. But my speeds, I didn't change anything. My old Ben gets stretched to the very limit of his capacity, but I'll show you guys how this works. So, once again, Revan gets hit right away. Now, starts off the same way. We're going to pass the turn off to Jedi Luke. If I can ever stop just standing there hovering. This is like the most civilized fight ever. We're just staring each other down. So, we're going to hand the turn to Luke as the clock ticks down. Come on, Zareth. Hurry up. Dude, what are you waiting for? I think I'm just talking to the chat. Alright, we do that AoE, hand the turn to Luke. Luke stuns everyone, as per usual. And now we're gonna dig into one of the tanks. I decided mostly to take out this crew, but you can also decide to take out the stormtrooper. I like being able to take out crew a lot because otherwise he's stunning me and messing with me potentially. In this case, we took out First Order Stormtrooper. Red Trooper was still in stun, so we took his bonus turn for me killing a guy. And now you note this is a different way of doing things, folks, because you can't just have Luke casually kill Red Trooper, especially when he's modded with all that max health and protection. Just not gonna happen. So instead of marking Hux like I've done in the past, we're gonna mark Red Trooper, and then we need to do that ability block. Now this is the failure point, guys. If you don't get ability block on Supreme Leader Kylo, then you could be screwed. That is a huge failure point, folks. That is a point that's really important. Remember, if you have a death wish, don't use that ability, because all of these things, not only are you putting ability block on people, you are also, all the other debuffs, but then you're also reducing turn meter and giving your team a chance to go. So once again, Kylo misses on Revan because he has ability block and has to hit Revan, or has to swing at Revan, who has foresight still. And now Luke is gonna go. You can do a couple things. Like I after a while decided to start targeting Old Ben, because you want to kill Sith Trooper here. You need to finish him off. But if you kill him before the other character gets to assist, then that character doesn't do anything, but it still leaves that buff on Luke. And this is important, guys. You don't want to just skip out and do a basic, because this middle ability gives him plus speed, and it gives him plus offense as well, and it gives him the ability to hit back. So take out Red Trooper. Now we can use Basti to not only dispel this taunt, which would just come back because of advantage and the way Supreme Leader Kylo interacts with that and the taunt, but it also gives buff immunity, which means we can actually bypass crew. Now that didn't work, obviously. We missed on it. You give foresight to everyone from Hoda so that when he does his swipe, nothing happens. Now Hux is maybe a tenacious bastard, but we can potentially just wipe him out because he doesn't have a super high health percentage. So we're going to use Jedi Revan and Luke, take out Hux. Now Old Ben is going to nobly sacrifice himself. You can see he's practicing to be a Force Ghost right now. And already his taunt is gone. So now we're just going to struggle just a little bit for fun. Because crew, I do feel like probably better to kill crew first. But one way or another, we can mark Supreme Leader Kylo, and that mark still increases cooldowns on him. They haven't taken that away. So give this to Basti. Give the Master's Training to Basti, because she's going to need that extra potency to apply ability block, and she's going to it calls her to assist to do that ability block. And now we can... we win. So I didn't, because I was in arena and it was in the middle, it was just like a middle fight. I never finished him off at the end, so we just assumed that we would have won. Once you get that ability block and he's the only one around, it's basically a win. So once again, we'll do a full speed. I won't pause it even once, I don't think. So pass the turn to Luke, stun everyone, call Luke to assist. I think now is when we're gonna, yeah, so we're targeting crew this time. Remember, we're doing true damage on top of it, so he's doing a massive amount of damage. Target red trooper, do ability block on everyone. Use this ability, even if it won't, even if a basic would finish off red, use this ability so that Luke has the buff, and Old Ben has the buff too, for fun. He's got speed on him, so that he can start going. Do the AoE. Hoda has already given everyone foresight. Target Hux outside of the taunt, because it's Jedi Revan who can do that. Old Ben can taunt. Luke can one-shot First Order Stormtrooper despite the amazing modding. You can try to get ability block on Supreme Leader Kylo. Doesn't work. Hand the turn to someone who can at least get Basti to assist. So, in this case, I knew Luke had that lead special, so I was able to, call Basti, have him call Basti, and then after that, so again, we exited out. So once again, guys, we're going to do this one more time, and then I believe I will show you one bonus footage of using armor here instead of Basti. It's a little bit messier, but it's kind of fun, and we'll get you out of here. So, pass the turn to Luke. Luke stuns everyone. We train Luke in the ways of the Jedi. It is fancy of us. It's fancy of him. Everyone benefits. The whole galaxy loves a good... Okay, and here's the fat finger, guys. I clicked on Revan instead of Luke to assist, so we didn't just kill crew. He should be dead right now, but I failed. I clicked on the wrong thing, and I was like, let's just stick it out. Let's see how it goes. Like, there's literally nothing to lose here. So, anyways, we probably, we could stick with the tank. Here's the thing, guys. The basic is the only thing that actually hurts the tank. The middle ability, he doesn't do enough damage to really do that much. He barely made a dent in old crew. So, stun that guy. Tried to get buff immunity. Still not working. We have foresight up, though, at least. So we were good to go there. Gosh, I think I probably should have just chopped down crew there. But, hand the turn to Luke again. Luke can call someone to assist. I guess Kylo's going to be able to get a big hit off here in just a minute. But what's a man to do? So give this to Hoda just so that we get a little turn meter. He hits, and we're still stuck behind another taunt. And so does the AoE, kills Old Ben. We get a bunch of turn meter and buffs from that. And now he's about to get his ultimate, but he's not quite there, and he's blinded. He's ability blocked, and so he's gonna do a basic, and he's gonna miss, and then we're gonna beat him. So, okay, one last time, apparently, folks. This is the real deal. The final thing. This is where he is super fast. He made his Supreme Leader Kylo way faster, and so it's time. Can we still do it, even with super speed and Old Ben being literally one speed faster than the overlap principle? So, killed crew there. And one thing I do like about taking crew out is crew's first move is going to be to stun someone, as opposed to First Order Stormtrooper. If he shoots someone, Luke has a chance to hit him back, so you can maybe kill him out of activation. So, once again, stun or mark that red trooper, take red trooper out, and give the buff to Luke. Do their AoE, and doesn't do that much. It actually hit Luke there. Now note, guys, I really wanted to punch that little snot Hux there, but instead Basti went in, ability blocked Supreme Leader Kylo, and now we can just go over there, give Hux a little tap, and we can do it, guys. He missed, and we were ability blocked. We're probably good. I was like, you know what, let's just see this through for a little bit more. Just make sure, can we get ability block on him? We could indeed. And now, Revan almost paid the price. He almost just let Old Ben do it for him. And, okay, call Basti to assist, and we're good. All right, now, finally, guys, the final thing. I just want to show you this because it's interesting to me. We're using Beskar here, armor instead of Basti. And here's the thing. We don't care about anything other than Luke killing Kylo. We want that final project. So we're gonna super buff Luke, and everyone else is gonna die, and we're gonna get terrible banners, but we're gonna kill him. So he does hit. Supreme Leader Kylo does his poke, and it doesn't quite kill Revan, which gives another stack of Beskar ingots to armor right away. And then they do kill him on Savior. That's it. That's fine. And I waited for a long time to figure out what to do. So you pass the turn to Luke. We stun. Give the Master's training to Luke, because he's the only one we care about. Jedi Revan was just there for Savior. Just to trigger Savior so that we get the next turn instead of one of their henchmen. And this is the final attack of the night, so we actually do end this one. Alright, so we have 3 stacks of ingots. We don't care about anyone else. May as well just put them on Luke. The third stack is the thing that's important because he hits back with that third stack. Every time someone goes, every time he gets hit by someone, he's able to hit back. So now we can mark Hux, because Hux is a little sniveling weasel, and we don't care how much damage Red does, because Luke is just going to counter and destroy him every time he gets AoE'd. So goodbye to Revan. We don't care that he's dead, once again, because who cares? Like, Luke is just going to become an engine of destruction. He's got all the Beskar stacks, all the stuff. He can't really take that much damage either. Look at how little damage he took from that ultimate from Supreme Leader Kylo. Red Trooper still not dying super easy because our basic is reduced, diminished, but, Old Ben takes one for the team. Everyone's taking one for the team. Who cares? Hoda is actually right on the edge of death. But who cares? Let's just summon. Let's have Luke get in there, do his thing. You can see his max health, max protection, and here we can blind him, I guess, so that Kylo can't do anything. Except his poke actually was something. We can hit him back though, because we have the Beskar, and we have the Master's Training, so we're doing extra damage. We can do the AoE, and that actually does hits on Kylo, kills Kylo, and calls it good. So there you have it, folks. Sorry about that. I always do that for some reason. There you have it. We can counter Kylo now with Jedi Luke, Jedi Revan. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to leave a like or a comment, sub if you would, please. I have more counters, more off-meta counters coming, and we're going to talk about 5v5 prep. It's going to be a good time. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.